Okay, so we're starting with the standing awareness. Just bringing yourself to standing, just as you arrive. No particular way to be. Just notice the weight of your feet against the floor. Notice if one foot feels different to the other. Might feel like a different shape or size. Moving up your calves, just being aware of your calves. And then noticing whether your knees are locked out or bent. And just noticing, no need to change anything. Notice if you're holding on in your thighs. Moving up into your bum, your hips, your abdomen. See if your stomach feels sort of tight or contracted, or if it's relaxed. Don't change anything, just notice. We're just taking note of how your body feels before you do this exercise, and then again we'll do that after. Notice where the weight of your body falls into your feet now. Are you kind of swayed a little bit back, forwards? Are you in the center of your feet? See if you can feel if one hip is higher than the other. And now just note the difference between your legs and how they feel. Usually one leg feels different to the other, especially the leg you use more reliably. It's going to feel different, maybe more muscular. Notice if you can sense if your pelvis is tilted forward or backward. And now just placing your hands on your lower back. This is where we're going to be focused when we do the arch and curl. And you're going to be contracting these lower back muscles in order to arch your back, and releasing them here in order to release. And so just be aware of how in touch you are right now with those muscles. It may be that you can't really feel them at all if you don't have your hands there, and that's really normal to start with. Now, if you move down your spine, you'll find after your last lumbar vertebra, there's that little triangle, a bony triangle, where there's 3 fused vertebrae, and that's called the sacrum. And at the tip of the triangle, just above your bum crack, is the tip of the sacrum, and the base is just below your spine, your last lumbar vertebra. So when I mention the sacrum, this is the bit we're talking about. And just relaxing your hands again, and moving your awareness up into your middle back. Just notice how it feels there. And then up into the back of your ribs, into your upper back, and your shoulders, and your neck. Just notice how much tension you're carrying there or not. And see if you can feel if there's a difference between the heights of your shoulders. Just see if you can feel that. And don't try to change anything. Now coming into noticing the weight of your head. Head weighs as much as a bowling ball. It's quite a heavy thing to balance on the top of your spine. And just notice how amazing that is, that it just sort of sits there quite comfortably. Notice if your head feels like it's tilted forwards or backwards or to one side or the other. And then just coming down to feel the length of your arms as they hang down by your sides. And see if you can feel whether your hands are turned forwards a little bit or backwards, or whether they're hanging straight down and turned to the side. We're just going to compare that after this exercise. Okay, I'm just going to recap the 3 physiological sighs that we did, remembering that this is the quickest way to bring yourself from a sympathetic nervous state, so from a activated state, if you want to switch into a parasympathetic, to a relaxed, safe state. You're going to take a deep breath in through your nose, filling up your lungs, an extra little breath at the top, and then a big sigh out. The longer the exhale, the more effective, the quicker this is. And another big breath in through your nose, filling up your lungs, extra one at the top, and then a big sigh, long exhale out. And just allow the exhale to completely finish. Notice the space at the end, quiet space there before you inhale again through your nose, extra one at the top, and then a long sigh, longer than the other 2 out. Just feel your whole body relax. I'm going to come to lying down. Okay, so we're going to go over the arch and flatten. The first thing to do is to start your belly breathing. So this means breathing deeply in through your nose. And as you breathe in, you're pushing your hand away with your belly. So your belly is extending, expanding. And as you breathe out, you're just allowing your belly to release back to neutral. So deep breath in through your nose, belly expands. And you're breathing out back to neutral. Now, for the arch, what you're going to be doing is arching your back. And in order to arch your back, you're going to inhale into your belly and contract just your lower back muscles. The point of this exercise is to hone this awareness of the lower back muscles and of the lower back in general. So you're going to breathe into your belly, contract your lower back muscles so that your back arches. And as your back arches, your pelvis should roll forward onto the tailbone. And then you're just releasing back to neutral. And you don't have to release on an exhale. You can just breathe normally as you release if that's easier. You're just releasing back to neutral. And the point of this is that you're releasing by specifically focusing on releasing those lower back muscles that you contracted in order to arch. So let's begin. You're going to breathe into your belly, arching your back, rolling forward onto your tailbone. And notice if your spine slides down and pulls your head, pulls your chin down. And then releasing just by releasing in those lower back muscles. Just slowly releasing back to neutral. So the two important points here is the contraction. You need to take your lower back muscles into tension and allow that tension to spread now up your back and behind your shoulders. So on the next arch, you're going to contract not just your lower back muscles, but your middle back muscles, your upper back muscles, your shoulder blades are going to come together. And then you're going to release slowly, starting the release from your lower back muscles, and then releasing slowly into your middle back, and releasing slowly into your upper back, releasing your thighs, releasing your feet. Just notice where you're holding on. Releasing your arms, releasing your neck. Now we're going to do one where I'm going to count you back down and I'm going to count 15 for the release. So it's very slow. The point is to keep your eyes closed, to focus on your back, the contraction in your back, and the relaxation in your front. You're relaxing your front body, you're contracting your back body. So you're going to breathe into your belly, arching your back, rolling onto your tailbone, contracting your entire back body, relaxing your front. See if you can relax your stomach, relax your chest, relax your thighs. And now we're going to count to 15 as you release very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check where you're holding on and release in your feet, in your knees, in your face, in your head. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Slow down towards the end, don't speed up. 14, 15. Let everything go. Let everything go. Now we're going to switch to doing the contraction. So this is the flatten. And the aim of this is to now do the opposite. So we just contracted the back body. We're now going and relax the front. And we're now going to contract the front and relax the back. So you take a neutral breath in. Belly breathing or not, just take a natural breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to contract your entire front body from your belly button down and up into your chest, down into your thighs. You're contracting and pinning your belly button into your spine, and you're flattening your spine against the floor. And the magic here is to try and relax your back body, even as your spine is pushed flat against the floor. And contract your entire front body, and see if you can feel the contraction going up into your pecs and down along your inner thighs, maybe pulling your legs slightly together, maybe pulling your feet slightly together so that they roll in a little bit. And now you're slowly releasing that contraction from your belly button outwards. Okay, let's do the contraction one more time, and we're going to count the release, count of 15. So just a neutral breath in and out. And as you exhale, you are contracting your belly button down against your spine. Spine's flat against the floor. Your entire front body contracts. Your head might tilt back a little bit. Your shoulders may roll towards each other in front of you. And now we're releasing, and I want you to really focus on your belly button. That's where you're releasing from. Releasing to the count of 15. 1, 2, back body is relaxed. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. To do this exercise, once you've got the hang of it, I would do 2 arches and then 2 flattens, and then put them together like we're going to do now. Or just do 1, but you could do up to 3 or 4. And that's all. Don't overdo this exercise. So we're going to put them together, breathing into your belly and arching your back, rolling onto your tailbone. Back body contracts, front body relaxes, releasing to the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remembering to slow down towards the end. If I'm counting too quickly, just you take your time. Now just a neutralizing breath in and out. And then on your next exhale, so you're breathing in and then exhaling, pinning your belly button to your spine, flattening your spine against the floor. Entire front body contracts, back body relaxes. And now releasing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let everything go. You may want to straighten out your legs. And a really important part of clinical somatics exercises is to really allow your nervous system to process what it's just been taught, really, this reconnection with this part of your lower back in particular. You're learning how to tell where your pelvic girdle is in space. Just breathing and relaxing. Okay, now we're going to do the shoulder exercise that we went through. So again, bringing your feet to standing, knees bent, and raising your arms up towards the ceiling. And remember that the focus here is on the muscles in the front of your chest, your pectoral muscles. These are the ones that are actually holding your arms up. And notice you may not be able to feel that at all. That may actually be some really strange news to you as well as to me. So you're holding your arms up, hands are relaxed, shoulder blades are lifted, flying upwards towards the ceiling. And just let go everywhere else in your body. Notice how the rest of the body tries to get involved. And now you're just releasing your shoulder blades back down to the floor very slowly. And you're releasing by allowing your arms to fall back into your shoulder girdle. Just allowing your arms to fall back, allowing gravity to guide your arms back onto the mat. Just slowly. So, sorry, Sam, so you're keeping your arms straight up. And just slowly allowing the shoulder blades to land and your arms remain straight. And then lifting again towards the ceiling and lowering again. And when you do this in your own time, I would really try to count as slowly as you can. Count up to 20 or 30. And the things to notice is if your arms shake or bounce or rush, that's where there's that sensory motor amnesia we talked about. And the way to retrain your nervous system to connect there is to slow it down. So you're slowing it down always. So you do that 2 or 3 times, and then raising your arms towards the ceiling, this time bending your elbows as if you're hugging a big beach ball. Your shoulder blades are lifted, and your shoulder blades remain lifted until your arms are spread eagle. So the crux of this exercise is to keep those shoulder blades lifted off the mat. So now you're going to fly your arms out, slowly straightening them out. Shoulder blades remain lifted. Feel that stretch along your inner arms down into your hands. Flying them out, straightening them out. Shoulder blades are lifted, and right about here, where your arms are, spread eagle out. Start to lower your arms and your shoulder blades towards the floor at the same time. Just very slowly, slowing down through any jumpiness, slowing down towards the end, and allowing everything to release as you get to the end of this movement. I would do the straight arms raised to the ceiling 2 or 3 times, and then the beach ball 2 or 3 times. But even if you do it 1 time, what matters most is how slowly you do it and how mindfully you do it.